Hey, Maria. All right, thanks for allowing me to do this spread. It's actually later. I got it done late. Yeah, I meant to do this when I got home, but then I just wasted all kinds of time. So I guess this is the right time. Anyways, this spread, I don't know. I think it's really insightful. I only do it for like, friends and family, like close friends and whatever. This is like one of my favorite decks. It's the archetype. Wild Unknown Archetype deck. It's like an oracle deck rather than a tarot. And it's based on like Carl Jung loosely. I mean, she adds a lot. The artist adds a lot to it. So, the one spread that I do is called the Inner Quest. So it deals with who, where, with what, and why. So basically the question that I ask while I'm shuffling or whatever is, in so many words, it says, what is the mythic narrative that I'm in, or what is the current story of my life? If you want to do this spread for another person, use their name in the query. So I'm going to shuffle. I didn't pre-shuffle. So I draw a single card from each pile. So the first one is who, and second where, and then with what, and then why. So, and then we'll go over that. But I don't know. I find it to be really insightful, and it's usually spot on. I feel like the reading that I did for you was a little bit more jumbled. There was a lot of cards that fell out that I didn't take at the very beginning. Okay, so yeah, the first one we already got that one. So I'm just going to shuffle as I'm talking to you, because as I'm talking to you, I'm thinking about you, so it does actually help. It's just, usually I don't do it when I'm drinking, and usually I don't do it in a public space. So I felt like it was kind of jumbled. Not that, I didn't get some specific messages, but the tarot, the tower did come out of the tarot. That was like, it was one of the cards that was face up on the floor. And I didn't take it because we were just kind of talking, so I didn't want to really, go there. Okay, go there. So I'm just shuffling. Like I said, I'm just going to be just yapping because I don't want to, got to fill the dead space here. But anyways, I don't know. I just find that it's really helpful. I've done one on myself. I've done one on, and it's one of those ones where I don't feel like I'm projecting. It's pretty clear cut. It's not like one of those ones where, oh, it could be this, it could be that. I don't know. These are really a lot more definitive, descriptive. So I'm just shuffling pile number 3, see if something flies out. Okay. All right, so we got that one, and then we got the Y, which is a really, really thin pile. But anyway, I don't know. I mean, just not to be cliche, but it's like existential crisis. You know what I mean? Like mode. This seems to be a really good, I don't know, just a really good one. Okay, so I've shuffled all the cards, and I'm going to put them so hopefully you can see them. I am very low tech here, man. I got to get, before I do any kind of like serious YouTube, I have to really figure out what kind of camera I'm going to get, or what the hell. Anyways, the boyfriend says I should get a GoPro, but I don't know. We'll see. They're like $400. Nobody has money like that around here. So anyway, moving on. Okay, so the first card is who. So this represents you. So the archetypal side of the self that is most dominant in the story. This is the part of you that needs attention in order for you to understand and move on in your quest. So honestly, this card kind of fell out. You got the Maiden. And I've never pulled this one before, and it came up reversed, but these cards here, it doesn't rely heavily on that. So, it's card number 8, which, card number 8 is infinity. So it's, obviously a very sacred number. So I'll throw that out there as well. So you got the Maiden. So this is basically you, or the part of you. All right, so hopefully you can see that. All right, I'm going to read. Okay, the virgin, the princess, the innocent. The maiden archetype is the epitome of innocent arousal, naive sensuality, and precarious purity. She is compelling and addictive because of her flawless and youthful glow. She's the first archetype in the trifecta of maiden, mother, crone, and rightfully so because she has so much to learn. The maiden is perfectly positioned for trouble to come her way and subject her to a challenge that leads to the next phase of womanhood. She must grow up, yet hesitates at the threshold, enamored by the charms of youth. The maiden represents the side of us that is riveted and curious, drawn to shadowy forests, dark nights, and nights is spelled Knight. So, yeah. I thought that was important to say that. And taking just one taste of poisonous fruit. Her magic is edgy and includes both shame and delight. Let yourself fall down the rabbit hole, young one. Nice. I like this one. I've never pulled it before. So moving on from the maiden to the mother is challenging, often leaving unresolved tensions between the two archetypes for years, if not a lifetime. Do you long to be rescued by another or receive a kiss that brings you back to life? Be wary of waiting for a prince to break the spell of your own life. So instead of saying reverse, they say dark. So when it's upright, it's light. When it's reversed, it's dark. So I'm going to read both. So it says, when light, curious, enchanting, sensual, and full of vitality. Now it did come out reversed. So pretends, projects, denies, fantasizes. Go deeper. Persephone, Alice in Wonderland, or any princess, quote unquote, figures that you can study. So I mean, I think obviously I don't know you real well, but I feel like your energy is definitely, your soul is old and young at the same time. It's a good mixture, but you do have this definite youthful quest. All right, so I hope that resonates. So that is the part of yourself that needs the attention the most. Okay, moving on to the where. So it's the archetypal setting for the journey you are on. This is the energy that surrounds the situation, the stage, or the backdrop that influences the story. And funny enough, you got the forest, which the maiden card did mention the forest. So this is the backdrop for your journey or the influence. All right, so that is card number 36. So 36 breaks down to a 9. Oh, all right, so let's... And 9s usually, they're not completion, but they're abundance, usually, is how I look at in numerology. 9s are about abundance. So you got the forest, the woods, the thicket, the jungle. Also, I want to point out you're a Capricorn, so you're an earth sign, which, may or may not mean anything, but it is our signs tend to be more grounded. The earth signs tend to be more grounded. So, all right, the woods, the thicket, the jungle. Consider for a moment your earliest memory of the forest. It's likely included all the mythic dynamics of this archetypal space. A little fear, a little enchantment, perhaps losing your way, perhaps discovering a secret mystical treasure. Such is the magic of the forest. It requires first that you enter it, and then that you get lost within it. You may think there is a path to lead you straight through, but soon enough, you'll be on what is known as the pathless path. There are tricksters here, and dense foliage, and entanglement, but equally present are the glimmers of fairy light and friends among the trees. You are on an adventure now, and there's no turning back, so embrace the dim light and moving shadows, whether literal or imaginal. Is that a word? No. Brave the forest and get lost getting found. So when it's upright or light, its magic abounds, childlike wonder and adventure, which this card was upright, but to look out for concealment, density, and savagery. So to go deeper, the opening 3 lines of Dante's Inferno. The hunter, the maiden, the crone, and the shaman make regular appearances in the forest. Don't be surprised if these cards come up together. Let the narrative reveal itself. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This deck like reads itself. Like I don't even really need to be sitting here. I'm just like the narrator here at this point. So what's cool is there is the maiden in the forest is, yeah. And I think the word enchantment came up a couple times too. If you get out of the forest without feeling, if you get out of the forest without feeling lost, you are only in a little grove of trees. The great archetypal forest requires we spend at least one night frightened for our lives. Okay. I love it. All right. So it looks like there's a little tent set up in there. This came up right. So that's cool. All right. So the third one on the inner quest is, I don't know if that's the tear or the tear. We'll have to delve into it. So card number 3 is with what? So it's the archetypal tool you must use, find, or give up, so destiny can unfold. Think of this as the key to the situation or the best tool for the task at hand. So it is card number, is that 42? I don't know. It's the tear. Okay. I wasn't sure because it could be a tear, but it's the tear because, yeah, it's shaped. So this is the tool. And it came out upright. So it is the morning, the release, the rain. Tears are droplets of letting go. Once they begin to fall, we allow the swelling tide of emotion to run its elemental course. Often the tear is what is needed in order for a conversation or situation to break into the next level of intimacy and vulnerability. Some say that tears are so powerful in softening our egos that they open up a portal to the unseen world. Through our watery eyes, the ancestors catch a glimpse of us, and we are reminded of their eternal embrace. We sense our humanity, our humility, and we allow ourselves to be held. It is likely this card appears when there is grieving yet to do, a sinking down into disappointment or despair that, once acknowledged, will bring a shimmer of clarity to our dewy eyes. So when light, it's about melody, melancholy, and flowing through. When dark, it's about drowning, drama, and murkiness. I just want to say this was upright. To go deeper, there is a poem called Rain by Vachel Lindsay. It's not Rachel Lindsay, it's Vachel Lindsay. The tear is powerful, and it is possible to be subsumed in its waters. Find a supportive place to open the floodgates. If both the tear and the river appear in a reading, this indicates an excess of water element in your life. As in the Ayurvedic tradition, balance it with fire and earth. Luckily, you didn't get the river. And in fact, you got some earth. So the tear to me is, yeah, you don't have to worry about that. So far so good, I hope. And the final one is the deeper purpose of your journey, the why card. This is the mythic theme or challenge that you will face as you approach your growth's edge. Think of this card as what your entire journey is about, and you got agape. Agape. So I don't know if I've ever pulled that one. Okay, so that is card number, I don't even know. I don't know my Roman numerals. I don't know. I need to, bone up on my Roman numerals for real. Okay. Agape, devotion, unconditional love. What if instead of putting yourself at the center of your spiritual practice, you put God, goddess, or nature at the center? How would this change your approach? Such is the energy of agape. It is alive when we are in awe and wonder, our breath taken away by the sacred force that surrounds us and asks for nothing in return. This card can indicate a spiritual initiation that stretches your capacity to love and serve. You sense the earthly as the heavenly and vice versa. Such an initiatory moment can appear in any form, and like a healing balm to the modern soul, it effects last a lifetime. The agape card may also suggest you reassess what you worship every day, consciously or unconsciously. What are you elevating? Where does the sacred ladder you climb ultimately lead to? So when upright, which, I don't know, this thing came out like sideways. So when light, it's about service, reverence, honor, and joy. spiritual bypassing and righteousness is when the dark side of the card. So to go deeper, you can listen to children's choirs from around the world. Agape can also be felt as an overwhelming love of family, partner, community. So recognize it by a deep swell of gratitude. The Greek word agape informs the English word agape. To have the mouth agape is to be awestruck by something or breathtaking delight. We are made humble once again. So this is what your journey is about. Deep message, agape. Absolutely. So I hope you like this spread. I don't know. It always resonates with me. So let me know what you think. Send me a message because I'm curious as to what you think. And oh my gosh, you can see all my grays. Woo, this lighting. All right, I will talk to you soon. Bye.